Hi, this is BB. It's the 18th of October. It's about 1 o'clock, just after 1. I was just scrolling through some videos. I'm playing a game, actually, and I was laughing at something. Thought of something, I was laughing. I could have sworn I heard a reaction to the laugh, and coming from somewhere. And the smile, I should say. I was smiling, and I'm sure I heard a reaction to that smile. But it doesn't matter, coming from somewhere. But the gassing had eased up today. Until recently, there was some, was making me a bit dizzy. The pain has eased up somewhat, but not entirely gone. It's like almost becoming where if you don't do something that they want, or you do something other than what they want, in a sense that you don't react to what they say, or you react completely the opposite of what they would want you to do, it feels like they just zap you. Now again, feels like they're dealing with kids, and that's not working here. I wonder if this is a game. I don't know. This neural monitoring. Is this a game? Is this like some illegal, very, very illegal type video game where people are actually getting hurt, or people are taking requests to hurt people or do things to people? I'm not sure. Like right now, there was a pain. There's going to be a pain right at the bottom of my neck, my head right here. That's their show of power. But look, I can zap you anytime I want. These are people with no regard for human life. See, the anger here, and I know once the police, once the FBI, whoever, this task force, I know they're going to come out. And when they come out, they're going to be angry too. Hopefully that they don't have that kind of anger, because if they do, they're going to react to these people with anger, and they're going to kill them. They're going to kill them. But that's not going to solve any situations, any issues. It's not going to solve anything, because we're going to need to know what happened, what did they do to us, and how to fix it. Are these things going to cause memory loss? What was going to happen here? What's the point of all of this? Which I think, if they are able to touch our bodies and inject things into like the back of our necks, the head area, the soft, or the ear, or anywhere, it's going to cause a problem for us that can affect long-term memory loss or short-term memory loss. Why? I don't know. I don't know. Because there are things they want us to forget. Now, if they've been doing things to us for a long time, they want us to actually forget these things. Just on the off chance that some of us do start remembering that we've been fucked with. Because if they're fucking with us through these video games, and they have been fucking with us for a long time, they may have been doing it in a way where we're not conscious of it, but then we're wondering if they are wondering if we become conscious of it, or if something just snaps and everything breaks loose and we start remembering, is going to cause a problem. It's only going to take one or two before it starts to spread like wildfire. And I think that they're afraid. Well, what do is, if they're doing this en masse, if they're doing this to lots of people, then there's a chance that that's going to happen. It's going to affect a lot of people. It's going to affect, and they can't watch every single one of them. I don't know if these things are coming out of our phones, if they're put in every phone, if they're built into these chips. I don't know what they're doing. Is it just merely, are they just merely subliminals? If so, how effective? I mean, I don't understand. From what I know, subliminals have like a mild effect only. And you have to be open to receiving the messages. They have to actually start to make sense to you. And Lord knows what they would be subliminally trying to program us with. I don't know. I'm not sure. But these ones are always like trying to trick me. There's a consensus with them about a medical degree. They want to know if I've been to med school. Where did I go? What did I learn? Was there any medical training? And I told them, well, they'll have to find out. That's for me to know, which is there's one thing that they can't just wring out of me. And they're trying very hard, like, to continually ask me about this medical degree. It's like they're throwing it in my face. I don't know. One morning I woke up, it was like, well, night. I woke up in the morning hours and I was dispensing, in my sleep, I heard myself dispensing medical advice. I don't know what they were asking me or what was happening. I was literally talking in my sleep. Another time I woke up, I was singing a song, and the song sounded very, very good. I don't know. I was literally singing. I'm not sure what they do, if they're tapping into the creative part of our minds and just wringing out whatever they can. These people, this is called rape. This is a rape. They think it's not. It's a rape. It's a rape. What they do is they spend their time digging into other people's heads so they can steal stuff. And Kevin Christian said it. And then it becomes almost like an addiction with them that they don't stop until they start to feel a sense of entitlement over the lives of these people, their health, their well-being. And the well-being comes first, but then the life come after, because they feel a sense of entitlement over the well-being, as to whether, for example, if the person needs to have medical care or health care, they've messed up something in their lives where they're not able to have the proper health care or the proper medical care. That will actually cause a difference, that will actually make a difference for the positive or a healing to happen. Your income is now shot. Your circle of friends is now shot. So you're caught between these two lines that they put out for you, and you don't get very far. You're only going to places that you can barely afford because they've knocked the bottom out of your income. So that's a way of stagnating you right there. Then having this entitlement over your life, well, that's the worst. That's deciding whether you live or die. That's the worst. That's called murder. And it's an entitlement that they actually start to believe that they have. And one of the things they do is, somebody said, they dehumanize us. They treat us like pieces of meat. They would have to, because they can't see us as a person with thoughts, feelings, emotions, desires, dreams. So another thing they do is they cut us off from having a vision for the future, for our future. Because it's kind of hard with doing whatever they do to see the vision of a person. They have dreams, they have visions, they have desires for a future. It's not easy to cut somebody down like that. I mean, it would not be easy for me to cut somebody down if I were in their shoes at any level. But I'm just looking at the reality of how I think or assume they would look at this. So they have to stop your vision somehow. Get your head just wrapped around stupid bullshit, like Kevin getting angry all the time, me getting angry all the time. on an endless loop about what would you do and who's in control now. What would you do? What would you do? What would you do? I don't know. I don't know. Like it's some kind of a moral dilemma. It's not a moral dilemma. They don't have any morals. And these people have kids, and you wonder if they have kids. How do they deal with that family life? Where do they shut it off? And does it start to bleed through into their family lives? What happens there? Because I don't understand. I don't understand. What happened to them to get them into this state of mind? But they push and they push and they push, which means they have a very large sense of entitlement, like a complete control over these pieces of meat, these meat sacks. Like they really don't care. Like their addiction is on steroids. They really don't care. Because I don't understand. They do all these things, and I don't know why. Because if you're hurting somebody, and they're vocal about it, and they're reacting in a way that you know they're hurting you, that you know you're hurting them, why would you continue to do it? That's a living, breathing thing. It's not a meat sack. It's not a piece of meat. It's not a piece of meat. And they are the most sensitive creatures in the world. These people like those, the sensitivity that they would emit, this fake sense of sensitivity, because they're always on the make. They're not sensitive. They're always on the make. They're always looking for things to offend themselves. Think about it. If you want to dehumanize someone, you would have to go into a certain mode where you fake that sensitivity, where you're looking for something to be offended by. Fake it till you make it. Fake it, poke fun at the person until you become almost adopt the persona of a sensitive person. But they're not. They're hardened. When I say hardened, they're hardened. But anyway, the gassing has been down, and I didn't smell the chlorine too many times today, but heaven forbid now they're going to want to do it again, just to show me, well, they're in control. This is what they do. This is what they do, and they're just they're like small fishes in big ponds, but they have a lot of toys that they play with. And if these are games that they're playing, illegal games, then somebody need to report it, because not everyone they're playing with or they're drawing into the games is a willing participant. And if people are watching these games and paying to see them, then they need to stop. They need to stop. They need to stop doing it. My life is not a pay-per-view. There are people who have sex on video, and they do it for the purpose of pornography. This is not my life is not pay-per-view. If they want to put themselves out there like that, then they're free to. But you just can't volunteer somebody else for it. I don't know. But anyway, I want to say, watch out for that. Oh, now the person is in my head about what I said about injecting something in the soft tissue, the back of the neck, or the bottom of the scalp here. That's a problem. This medical school keeps coming back. and med school? And where did you go? It's like one of them it has a real bee up their bonnet about me being in medical school. I think it's the Mexican woman, I'm not sure, and her boyfriend feels like he's entitled to something that is mine because, well, I didn't go to medical school. I don't know what's that. Well, why doesn't he go? Who's holding him back? Did somebody told him, oh, look, you are specifically being told you're not to go to medical school? Maybe. But they're just focusing on other people. It's an intense jealousy, envy, up the wazoo. And why? I don't know. I don't know. An intense jealousy. Why? I don't know. Nobody's telling them, well, you're forbidden to do any of these things on your own. At least I don't think so. Because if they did, right now, they would be occupied doing other things. Wouldn't have the time to be doing this. But of course, they are not those kind of people. They don't really care. They're just trying to show people down. You see, they have to put us into these meat sacks, minimize us, diminish us in capacitance, to the point where it's easy for them to really treat us like we're nothing and just make us disappear like that. But the thing is, we have to band together. We have to be strong. We have to be extremely strong. We've got to stay positive, even though it's very negative things coming at us, and they're coming at us at a rapid rate. We have to stay positive. It's difficult, but it's not impossible. Watch out for your water supply. Watch out for check your ceilings, your basements, your attics. Check these things. For those of us who have these things in our heads, people are talking about a solar flare coming. I don't know if that's going to be a problem for us. Right now I can smell chlorine again. That's their PowerPoint. They're like the gods of chlorine. They're like chlorine gods and goddesses. I think they're jokes, but it's what they do. Now they're offended. They're extremely offended. You see what I mean? They're really not offended. They're laughing because they think it's funny. That somebody's going to watch the video. That's what I was told. Because they're hacking. They've got some mad hacking skills. They're just a bunch of fucking degenerates. They're adults acting like children. And they're getting away with it. Because the government is not clamping down on their asses. The government is not helping the situation. And this, whatever they're doing with these frequencies, damaging people's brain cells or what, is like a loop. They've created a circle of imbeciles, basically. And they're not stopping. And they're getting more and more deranged in a way. But we have to stay strong. It should make them easier to catch, in other words. And whoever is out there in a task force, you better do it now. Do what you got to do, and you come on foot. You do it now.